What up, what up, what up, man? We are back on the Sit Down with another guest. You know, I'm very excited about this. This was my first time meeting you. So I want to let you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, let them know your name.
So my government name is Mazen Jabbar. Everybody knows me as Chef Za, a.k.a. CockyOcky, a.k.a. Boost Mobile, a.k.a. Mr. Finance. You understand me?
Okay, that's what's up, man. Hey, so that CockyOcky name, you know, has been buzzing a lot, so we're going to get to that real soon. But I want to first start off and kind of figure out your background a little bit, like who you are, how you grew up. You know.
I'm the opposite of Eminem. I was born in Detroit, but I rep KCMO big time. I've lived in Kansas City almost 30 years. You know what I'm talking about? I went to elementary school, middle school, went to high school, Oak Park, went to Maple Woods for a year, went to UMKC, graduated. Actually graduated with a psych degree and a minor in communications, was pursuing law school. But my brother, may he rest in peace, used to always tell me we only need one attorney in the household. And he was right, you know, because I probably wouldn't have never been able to dress up in a suit every day to jerk off prosecutors in order to change a moving violation to a non-moving violation. It's crazy. They want us to tell the truth, but when they fix you ever wondered how that worked? Oh, you were speeding? Now it's littering. Congratulations. How does that work?
How does that work?
It's just about knowing people. It's about networking. It's about working together.
How you word things.
Absolutely. How you word things.
Yeah.
So
on that line, you spoke about, so you were born in Detroit.
I was born in Detroit.
So let's start with your childhood. So what was it like growing up as a kid in your household?
Amazing.
So you say you had brothers?
Yeah, the youngest of three brothers, and I was the second youngest of five total. So I have two sisters.
Okay.
One lives overseas, one lives in New York. I got a brother that passed away from mental illness. So shout out to anybody that takes care of the mentally handicapped or the challenged or the people that are just in need of somebody to talk to. Shout out to y'all for real, because that's actually a real thing. And it was cool. My brothers were like my fathers. My father passed away when I was 17. You know, my mom was a housewife. My dad owned liquor stores. You know, it's kind of stereotypical shit. Arab, liquor store, you know, but a lot of people get us confused. I'm Palestinian. I'm full-blooded Palestinian. My mom's Palestinian. My dad's Palestinian. If you don't know where Palestine is, it's where Jesus is born. In 1947, it was only Palestine. Then it became Israel in 1948. The end.
So you have, so let's back it up. So grew up in a household, both parents together, no issues, nothing like that. And you grew up,
Yeah, they had issues, but it wasn't nothing crazy.
I mean, but like not in the sense of like dad's never around type shit,
No, my pops was a damn good father.
Okay, that's what's up.
He definitely gave me he gave me the conversation that I needed. Open doors, be respectful, use your words, have manners, take your hat off when you go to the restaurant.
Real father shit.
Take your shoes off if it calls for the situation to take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Sit on the floor if it calls for you to sit on the floor. You know, it's not disrespectful to sit on the floor with your shoes off if you in Japan. So when you come to my crib, you know, we Muslims, bro. We pray, we kneel down, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we don't want anybody just stepping on the floor in their shoes that could have been in some dog shit 10 minutes earlier.
For sure.
It's just kind of common sense.
For sure. He taught you discipline in the sense.
Yeah, discipline, man. My dad gave me the set rules. My brothers definitely tried their best to hold me to those. But I wasn't tough, you know. I wasn't tough like to deal with. But I was definitely a little too smart for my own good.
I was gonna say you're the youngest, so were you wild a lot?
Oh,
We're just doing a lot of bullshit.
I was born on April 1st.
So, all right, elaborate. Like, what is it?
I'm being honest with you, man. Senior school pranks.
Okay.
I'm talking, you know, just kind of class clown sometimes, you know, telling a couple jokes, having some fun. You know, I was chubby, you know, still chubby. And in order to get, you know, the cute girls, you got to be funny. You got to bring something to the table. I didn't have money at the time, so I had to be funny, you know. And I had a good time, bro. I had a small circle, you know. A lot of people use the term friend loosely. I don't think they know what the difference between friend and acquaintance is, but I have a bunch of acquaintances and I have very little friends.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So like growing up, was it hard having a Palestinian like background or anything like that?
Yeah, bro. What do you mean? 9/11? What?
So I want to know. Like you said, I want to know.
Post 9/11 was incredible. It really was. It was like an incredible scene. I was working at Quick Trip at the time, and It was something out of a movie. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not telling you I got discriminated against on a daily basis.
Right.
But ain't nobody traveling to the airport with me, and we ain't all getting searched. Y'all all getting searched if we go to the airport together. I'm just being real.
Word, yeah.
It was, my name is Mazen Jabbar, spelled Jabr. I can tell you guys my government name because I ain't got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? But it was different. You know, some people would see me, they'd see my name. They didn't hear me speak yet. Bro, sometimes they'd talk to me loudly. Talking about Mr. Jabir. Are you prepared to get on the fly? Like, why are you yelling? And then when they hear that I speak, just like they do, if not better, you know, they tone it down. They pump the brakes a little bit. So, yeah, growing up as a Palestinian American was the coolest thing I've ever been able to experience. You know, I'm diverse. I speak Arabic. I speak English. I understand a lot of Spanish, and I'm doing a pretty good job of speaking some Spanish. I got all the terrorist languages down packed, bro. I think I'm doing all right.
So you think that helped you in life? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, we don't have a choice on how we're born, but in a sense, like, you like the fact that
I love the fact that I'm diverse.
Yeah, okay.
What do you mean?
Okay.
The reason why I like Spanish is you guys probably a little young, but when you used to call, you know, on the cell phone, and you'd call like a 1-800 number, it would say, por hablar con número presentante en español, marque el dos. All that meant was if you want to speak Spanish, press 2. That like I was infatuated with that sound.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I just started learning it, and then I was a server. You know, I served tables, and I worked some restaurants, and that, you know, the cooks and some of the people that you worked with that spoke Spanish, and I realized that Arabic and Spanish were a lot similar. So I started falling in love with Spanish. Like, I really enjoy Spanish. So Spanish is cool. I fuck with Spanish.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So even as a kid, were you interested? You had any hobbies like sports and shit?
Oh yeah,
music.
I'm competitive at anything I do.
Okay.
Whether it's shit talking, whether it's basketball. Oh, don't let this frame fool you. What? I'll hit a ball farther than a lot of people. I'll hit a baseball that's getting thrown at me faster than a lot of people can hit.
Okay.
I'll play football. My hands are softer than the other side of the pillow, bro. I think it's cooler than the other side of the pillow, but no, they're soft as a motherfucker. I can catch anything, for real. Especially if I'm kicking it, somebody wants to. One of these, what do they say? These girls that be throwing it back, like, you gonna catch it? Catch what?
Catch what?
I got you. I can catch.
Oh shit! Look, so I'm thinking about it. So, all right, you played sports, you're competitive. So let's move forward. Where did you find this passion though for what you do now?
A year and a half ago. So I'm now 40 years old. I turned 40 on April 1st. I do have a big family, and I have some friends, and we all like to eat. But I knew something was fucked up when my friends and my family would come over my crib to eat dinner, and they'd all bring to-go boxes. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like,
Okay.
this is different. And so I was doing stuff that you guys were doing. I wanted to just do a podcast, and I wanted to do it with a couple people, and I'm not even going to mention who I did it with. But we started on 39th in Cleveland. And I cooked that day, and a bunch of people came in, and a bunch of the local, you know, neighborhood people came in. They're like, yo, Ak, this is fire. I was like, what'd you call me? They're like, Aki. I'm like, are you trying to say Akhi? Because Akhi in Arabic means brother. So I just hear a bunch of people saying, yo, Ak, can you make me some? Or yo, Aki, can you make me some? So I was like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like how they said it. So that's where I went home, you know, the next day and was thinking, hey, maybe I should start cooking out of this place. It's a beautiful little kitchen. It's clean. I'll make it my own, and, you know, I'll sell out daily. You know, let's go. So that's where we came up, you know, with the CockyOcky. All it means is cocky brother. That's it. And I started with a small order from Restaurant Depot, you know, LLC. You know, had a partner, my business partner. Her name is Nayeli. She's awesome. She's Mexican background. She was born in Mexico. She knows her way around the kitchen. She knows how to make salsas. She knows how to make sauces. And I know how to grill, bro. I know how to cook. I want my bread toasted. I want my meat seasoned. I want it cooked to perfection. I want it sauced. I want the vegetables to be, you know, fresh. What the problem is, it sounds pretty basic. It sounds pretty common sense. So
you would think.
I started cooking, man, and, you know, people, I got addicted to their reaction, you know, like to see I'm talking like these poo shiesty looking asses, you know, coming in guns and shit, talking about, yo, Ak, make me a bacon, egg, cheese, whatever the fuck. on bagel with the hash brown and a Pop-Tart in between. I'm like, all right, I'm not the Aki way. I'm not New York. But I'll do it for you. Fuck it, you know? And I would do it. And these kids, bro, would go back to being a kid for a second. They'd forget about the faux tucked underneath the shit and all that stupid shit. I'd tell them, hey, bro, this is Switzerland. Ain't no Jeffin going around. I don't give a fuck you how many ops you got, bro. I'm killing everybody in this bitch. If y'all coming in here and trying to shoot and cause problems, we don't do that. We Muslim, we peaceful. So it became from 39th and Cleveland, where they're known, it's not the nicest part of town.
Right.
It became the most diverse part of town. I had white people, Asians, Africans, Middle Easterners, Mexicans. I had everybody in line waiting to eat the food that I was cooking. And that, low-key, it touched my soul. I was like, that shit's cool. I've done a lot of cool shit, bro.
So you think this is something like...
That's cool as fuck.
You think this is something you always had a dream of doing?
No.
Like, was this something you were like... Like when you started cooking in that kitchen you were talking about, was this like, all right, man, we're going to be big, man. This is like...
No.
Okay. So when it started to happen, what was your reaction?
Oh, man.
How'd you
it
handle
got addicting.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care who you are. If you smoke weed, you've sold a bag of weed. Whether it's to smoke for free, you did. So the food became my pack. And to sell out every day, Chili cheesesteak was like having a QP. I'm going to sell a case of Chili cheesesteak. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, this is legal drug dealing. I'm cooking. I'm in the kitchen. Sounds like I'm in a music video already. I'm cooking in the kitchen, but I'm actually cooking food. It was surreal to see what basics of cooking would do for people. Because just think about it, bro. People eat fast food. They eat franchise food. They eat garbage. Yeah. Myself included. Yeah. And it's addicting. They put a bunch of bad shit in there. So I'm bringing groceries from the city market, the Habashi house. I'm getting spices local. I'm grinding my own spices. I'm making my own sauces. You know, I'm actually cooking with common sense. I promise you, I don't freeze too many things. The only thing that's frozen in my freezer when you come in is my French fries, my wings, like stuff like that.
Right.
But my meat, yeah, bro, it comes straight from Restaurant Depot. We Tupperware it out, and we generally, like 90% of the time, we sell out on a daily basis. It's pretty cool.
So what about that area where you thinking like, this is the area? Because most people,
God.
you know what I'm saying? Most people would.
So, man, you know, I'm proud of where I'm at now. So just for the record, I'm at 3901 Prospect now. So 3901 Prospect, if you drive by it, you're going to see a mural of the CockyOcky grill. It's a big-ass painting of the phone number, the CockyOcky, the it's a Killy, not a Philly is all on the wall. It looks just like the food truck. So if you've ever seen the food truck, it looks just like the back of the food truck, but on the side of this building on 3901 Prospect. But going back to where we started, yeah, I knew if I wanted to test my food, I wanted to test my food. And if I sound weird when I say this, I wanted to test it on black people because black people season their food. They know how to eat, and they'll tell you if something sucks. Just being real.
Nah,
and they'll do it to your face. Like, nigga, $18 for a Chili cheesesteak, this shit ass. Never.
Hey, ask for your money back. Yeah.
Never. And my rule of thumb is, bro, take a bite of the plate. I mean, shit, historic shit that I've always wanted somebody to do for me.
Yeah.
Take a bite of the plate, wash it down with the French fry, and if you want us to buy it back, we'll buy it back from you if it's not to your liking. And, bro, people started fucking with me heavy. You know, they would come, and I'm not going to lie to you, bro, I rarely miss on a plate. I don't miss. No, anything that I touch in the kitchen, I take, like, really seriously. And it's almost like robotic how we make a chopped cheese, a Chili cheesesteak. You know, the wings, people think that I have this masterful fucking plan with wings. I just don't know how to cook chicken, so I hard fry everything. I'm not fucking with no chicken. You gonna fuck with chicken? Have you ever cooked chicken before?
Yeah.
I'm not doing no medium well chicken,
No,
bro.
you can't, yeah, no.
I'd rather it be extra crispy. You got me 50 shades of fucked up. Single-handedly, I could kill a group of people, bro, by mishandling chicken.
Yeah.
So my fear in the kitchen is chicken. There, everybody wants to know. I don't like chicken. I love eating it. I hate cooking it.
So what is that? So you're self-employed. So you run this by yourself?
No, I have a partner and I have partners.
Okay.
So one thing that you'll never hear about me is saying employees. And if you do, it's probably past tense of when I owned the Boost Mobile stores or something like that. But the term employee to me means it's a little disrespectful.
Okay.
Especially when I'm in the trenches with them. I'm working just like they are. I'm washing lettuce, I'm chopping lettuce, I'm sweeping. You know, I'm grabbing gas for the food truck. I'm making the restaurant depot run. So my partners that I partnered up with, I don't have bums on the team, bro.
Right.
One of my executive chefs was the executive chef at Privy. If you remember what Privy was, to me, it was the black-owned Eddie V's. I mean, they catered to like J. Cole, Drake. I mean, they cooked for Lala Anthony. They cooked for celebrities. And I loved it. I loved that spot was an urban, really, really fine dine establishment, but it's sad that it went under, and that's none of my business. But Chef Hef is my partner for a reason. So if you guys ever came to the CockyOcky, you definitely want me to cook your food. I fuck with my staff heavy. I fuck with my partners heavy. I always tell them, you guys are the B team, I'm the A team. No, just know anywhere I'm cooking, they're not coming for y'all, they're coming for me, bro. They ain't coming to see you, they coming to see me. But I cook better than you, I don't give a fuck. You might cook better than me, Chef Hef. You might make the egg rolls. Me and Chef Hef have a blast.
You ever had any fallouts like that because of people who can't handle the fact that you have this persona yourself?
No. You got it. You got to come strong. I promise you, I'll make dead eye contact when anybody that comes in and talks about, oh, I'm a better chef. Okay, bro. Where's your motion at? Show me the numbers. What are we doing this for? Money? Am I doing this for clout? Am I doing this for the brand? Yeah, right now I'm working 100 hours a week for my brand. My brand might not be liked by all, but it's going to be respected by all. My plates go out flying, and it's not fast food. They go, and they're always spot on. And if somebody calls me out for too much seasoning, I promise you the next plate, it'll be lighter on the seasoning. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Your name. So before I even met you, I mean, your name was
Chingin'
all over. I mean, well, I saw him, and I was confused on a lot of what was going on and what was said in a sense.
When did you hear my name? Recently? Or?
Recently. I can't really give you the date. It wasn't over a month ago. Like it was, you know, I'd say like 2 weeks ago in a sense. And it was a post from someone that I follow. And what they were saying on the post was more so the opposite of it. Was more so like, you know, why would you eat this place? He did such and such, you know, a post about some girl. Like I didn't read too much into it, but I know that when I saw your name, it was on that end.
You're funny.
So could you elaborate a little bit about do you know
bro.
anything of that, like what people are talking about? Or
so I'm gonna start with, and this is gonna sound really fucked up to a lot of people. I have a jersey at the crib. I promise you. On the back of it, it says "Even God has haters." Come on, man. I can't control who the fuck hates me. I can't control who the fuck doesn't like me. I can't control who the fuck doesn't respect me. I can't control who's watching. If I got 1 million, 100,000, 50,000, 75,000 views, and one dumbass person decides to try to set me up on something that's so not believable that it really, really, really took me maybe a day and a half of colorful responses, because I won't be having fun if I don't respond. I gotta engage in this shit sometimes. You think I'm gonna keep my mouth closed? Why? Because I'm scared? No, I'm not scared, bro. I'm a shit talker, bro. I'm in the Legion of Hall of Fame shit talking. I love it. I actually feast on it. I want people to have thick skin. It's a requirement to work with me. If you don't have thick skin, the saying is, if you can't handle the heat, get the fuck up out of the kitchen, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, but bro, if you ain't got thick skin, bro, you gotta go. Chef Jamie, big shout out to you, bro. He got the thickest skin out of everybody I've seen. He works the most, which means obviously it's gonna create the biggest opportunity to make mistakes. And if you think we're perfect, no. If you think we've never failed, wrong again. Anybody that says that they've never failed has never tried enough. I've fallen on my face plenty of times. I'm not addressing some situation where, I guess I'll just flat out say it. A 5-month pregnant ass white girl ain't gonna wanna come to my house to clean naked, not because I asked her to. Why the fuck would I? I'm Middle Eastern, I got money, I definitely got taste. And if you know my past and you know who I am, I ain't choosing no pregnant 5-month-old white girl to come clean my house naked. Okay? And honestly, that's all I'm gonna say. And anybody that wants to defend a Cash App scammer that I've never met, she had a lot to say and I've never met her.
I was going to say, what made her say all this?
I've never met this woman.
Okay.
So this woman decides to text me out of the blue, hey. And I said, who's this? And the woman said, oh my God, you didn't save my number. I said, oh my God, no. So then I get a bill, a picture of a bill. It says my car's getting repoed. I need $677. I need it today. I was like, what? And then she sends me a bill of her T-Mobile. My phone's about to shut off, $367. I was like, $1,000? I said, listen, usually people start off by, hey, what's your name? What do you like to do? I like to go golfing. I like to go get mani-pedis. Before you want me to become a trick, before you want this day to turn into Halloween, where I become the trick and you become the treat, first of all, don't be pregnant 5 months. What the fuck are you doing trying to finesse as a 5-month pregnant ass? What, you were doing the work of God? I respect what she does, bro. Prostitution goes back to fucking biblical times. It's the oldest career ever besides religion and putting your hand out to serve God. Prostitution's right there. I hate to say it. I'm actually a Muslim. But I'm telling you guys, if you guys think that I literally reached out to try and trick on a 5-month pregnant ass white girl, you got me 50 shades of fucked up. You must not know my track record. I'm being real with you. It doesn't math to me. The math ain't math.
So based off of that math, it's in a sense, how you feel about people just trying to slander your name or your restaurant based off of something that in your head?
You know what's the best part about it? The roller coaster. Roller coasters aren't fun if they keep going up. I like coming down a little bit. For real, bro. I've been fucking cleared off for takeoff, bro. Every content creator in the city that I respect that I will mention. And I'm going to go in order of how I met them. Teddy Liberta, the owner of Buck Tui Barbecue, the owner of several prominent restaurants in the area. I'm talking, he owns a Thai restaurant, Mooney, in the city market, solid spot. He brought a couple content creators, Emma. He brought Adriana. He brought Jack Stack Eats. They all came. Epitome KC, Big Glenn, Jolene Mendez. These are all people with a huge following that didn't, I'm being real, they would have never came to 39th in Cleveland had it wasn't been for us serving some fire-ass food. So big shout out to those people that started to create a buzz, a stir. It wasn't me paying people. You know how many people said, damn, how much are you paying to have these fuckers come and review? They should ask for money. At this point, it's straight motion. What do you mean? They say my chopped cheese is fire. They say the pull on my Chili cheesesteak is ridiculous. The next day, 100 people are coming to get that same sandwich. Times $20, that's $2,000. Times 30 days, that's $60,000 a month. That's just from a tiny little food truck. I discuss stuff like that with you guys because I also teach. And I teach for free. It's called Knowledge Without the College.
That's great.
Somebody asked me, what the fuck, how did you get into cooking? I just tried.
That's heavy, though. A lot of people in your position who have the success that I would say a lot of people, don't have time to, or don't ever express that they want to teach it and give it back. It's kind of crazy.
I want to eat at good places, too. How many times have you been to a spot with your homeboy, bro? And the food was gas, but then it gave you the bubble guts. Are you to ever go back to that spot?
No, never.
Okay, I'm being real with you. Never. This is how sick in the head I am. Not only will I cook something that I serve you guys, I'll eat it myself and see how it digests before I can call it a quality meal.
Jeez.
I'm just being real with you.
No, that's heavy.
It's pretty easy to have stuff going down, but if it's going to turn into bubble guts because you're putting too much oil, you're using bad shit, or you don't know how to cook the meat, or you don't know how to prep stuff, and it gives you the bubble guts, you might go there in another 6 months, but you're going to be expecting the bubble guts. Or if you go somewhere and they don't give you napkins, or if they give you the ketchup that has the sticky shit all over it.
Yeah, on the outside. What is that?
What the fuck?
What's up with that?
Bro, I wash ketchup now. You know that's one of the reasons why I started cooking? I got a sandwich with 3 packets of stuck together ketchup. I said I'm never going to eat out again. I'm just going to cook my own shit.
Damn.
And it's kind of cool as a Muslim. I can go to my spot and be like, let me get a bacon cheeseburger. It's all halal. I can eat it. You know how cool that is? It's just gas. I've never been able to order a bacon double cheeseburger from anywhere without it being pork. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I kind of catered the menu.
Yeah.
I was being hella selfish. Plus my menu's goofy. Read it. Basic as fuck. Risk it all. CockyOcky. Chili cheesesteak. The Killy, not a Philly is hilarious to me.
So how'd you design all those though? Like where did that come from? Just at the house chilling?
Honestly, smoking, high as a motherfucker.
Okay.
Being real, I mean, the chopped cheese is a phenomenal sandwich. It's 4 layers of Texas toast, 4 pieces of turkey bacon, crispy as a motherfucker, delicious. Looks like pastrami. Chopped ground beef with sweet hot peppers. Season the ground beef, 2 types of cheese, Monterey Jack, mozzarella, strawberry pepper jam, the cocky sauce, lettuce and tomato, all on one sandwich. Then you cut that bitch in half. You got the best cross section in the city, bro.
So, all right. So based off of what I know, or when I heard you, or when I heard about the CockyOcky, I was thinking about the shit out in New York.
Yeah.
So is that like...
That's the dude that inspired me.
Okay,
yeah,
I was going to ask that. So is that somebody like you're actually proud, because you know...
Yeah, bro, this foreign dude that really ain't cooking. And I've talked shit to him. I said, bro, you stacking. You ain't cooking. You're putting a velvet piece of cake with a Pop-Tart and some fucking whack-ass beef that's seasoned with something called Saison. And it's not it. You're using probably already store-bought Chipotle. You know, you're not making your sauces. I said, listen... Let's do a blind taste test challenge.
You talked to him personally?
Yeah, let's do the New York Aki versus the Kansas City Cocky in a blind taste test challenge.
He responded?
No. Told me to go fuck myself.
Oh, shit.
In a nice way.
Oh, okay.
He said, you can come down here and we can do a video together, but I'm not cooking against you. It's all right. No problem.
Why do you think he did that? Just because he knows? Or?
Come on, man. Before we got our ass whooped in the Super Bowl, we were the back-to-back Super Bowl winning champs, bro. We're on the map now. KC in the middle of the United States. People sleep on KC. Me and you can dip out and leave to the West Coast. It'll take us 2.5 hours to get there. The East Coast, 2.5 hours. Miami out south, 2.5 hours. New York, Upper East, 2.5 hours. We're 2.5 hours from anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you fly from Miami to LAX. That's a 6-hour flight, 6-hour flight. I love being in Kansas City.
So I was going to ask you that. So based off of what you're saying, like, so you love this market. Like, you're not trying to scale out.
I love my city, bro. I love Kansas City. I love the 12s, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. I can go into any hood in Kansas City, and I'll either sold a phone to somebody I know up there, sold a car to somebody I know up there, sold a bag to somebody I know up there, or sold food to somebody I know up there. And, yeah, Mr. Zaza is probably the least favorite character. I mean, if you thought Mr. CockyOcky was obnoxious, man, when I was Mr. Zaza, that was a whole nother ballgame. Post-divorce, I was wilding.
Were you cooking at that time?
No, I was just cooking at the crib. You know, Taco Tuesdays, steak nights, stuff like that. But partnering up with Hef, partnering up with Nayeli, Chef Jamie, Liz, you know, Flaquita, and the countless others that are a part of this operation. My mom cooks with me on Mondays, bro.
Oh, that's great.
She'll say Mama Mia Mondays.
That's
you
what's
know,
up.
when my mom's in town, everybody comes in. My mom will make like 30 plates. They'll sell out. A snap of the fingers. People will prepay for them, and they'll just come pick them up.
You feel like, see, being from this town and it being semi-small, I mean, people always say it's small. I don't think it's that small in a sense, but I understand what they're meaning.
Spread out, but it's small.
And I get what they're saying. But with that, do you see a lot of imitations now that you kind of, like, is it heavy?
What do you mean?
How do you feel about the
my
imitations?
own employees are ripping my shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The place that I left, it's not a secret, bro. The place that I left on Cleveland and now the place on Prospect, they started a Naki. I call them the CockyOcky. Little Chef Naki is what I call him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You could possibly get a plate of cornbread and gumbo or whatever the fuck he serves. But Chef Naki got y'all on 3800 East 39th. Whenever I'm too busy, go give my nigga a chance.
So is it like spot on the same? Like what's?
Come on, bro.
What's changed then?
Come on, bro.
How's it?
Strawberry pepper jam to peach pepper jam.
Okay.
Come on, my wings, the Zaza way to the neighborhood market way. Fuck out of here. Come on, everybody knows I got annoyed. You don't bite the hand that feeds you, bro.
Right.
But you know what's cool about life? You learn. Me, I learned not to trust anybody. Now anybody that works for me gotta sign NDAs, gotta sign the proper paperwork. You can try to go make a chopped cheese, but if you ain't got the sauce, you ain't got the passion, you ain't got the absolute drive to serve a consistent plate every time, ain't nobody competing with the creator of the shit. The KC Chief Chopped Cheese, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I promise you was created by me. I didn't bump it off nobody, nothing. I tried to find a sandwich similar. There are some similar sandwiches, but nothing that's using the exact prototype. It's 4 pieces of toast. The beef, the turkey bacon stacked up, and then you cut it in half. Over in New York, it's just ground beef, bro, stacked on Jamaican patties, or Pop-Tarts, or honey buns. It's nothing like. I don't want to do that. That's gross to me. I'm being honest with you.
No, facts.
I'm being real with y'all.
No, for sure.
I don't want none of that.
For sure.
The breakfast chopped cheese with the honey bun in the middle is gas. I promise you on that one. I make a breakfast chopped cheese with the honey bun in the middle. It's fire.
So you feel like you're the type of person that's like, man, I know I created it. I don't really got to pop too much shit about nothing.
I don't have to pop too much shit, bro. If this guy wants to act like he got some motion, bro, go ahead. I'm going to look right in the camera and say, I forgive you. How about that? There's enough money to go around.
For sure.
But if you want to ride my coattails and clout chase, bro, you better come with a stronger grip. I'm just being real, because this motion, sometimes if I didn't have thick skin, bro, what? They called me Mazen is sexualizing women. What? I don't have time to sexualize anybody. I'm tired, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mazen says the N-word. That was awesome. No, seriously, I guess I'm not allowed to say my nigga. I guess not. I want to know who wants to stop me. But here's the cool thing about me. I'm a man, right? The cool thing about being a man is a dangerous man knows how to apologize. If you told me that word bothers you, I bet you I apologize. I try to refrain from using that. Why? Out of respect.
I respect that.
Does that make sense?
No, I respect it. No, absolutely.
One of my sons, if I say, Frank? Oh, boy, let me call him the N-word. Hell no. The other one don't mind.
I feel like that's a cool perception, or like an attitude in life is to, like, you're not leading with any kind of hate. So any mistake is be forgiven.
It's okay to make a mistake.
Because it's like, I wasn't leading in that sense.
What?
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
You're telling me that I'm
It wasn't intentional.
racist because of a word that I used that I grew up
Well,
what?
yeah, exactly.
Excuse me?
Exactly.
Does being Middle Eastern not count for anything? Let's be raw.
No, for sure.
You know how many times I get called a sand nigga, but with a hard ER?
No, for sure. Oh,
A towelhead, a dune coon?
Man, to white
Dune
people-
coon was the funniest. What? Dune coon?
That's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Thank
crazy.
you. I've heard a lot of dumb shit, bro. There's no
Yeah.
color to ignorance.
Right, but to the other color,
Yeah.
we're all the same in a sense. If
Come
you have any
on,
kind
man.
of, pigmentation or anything.
The health department gets called on me at least twice a month.
Oh, that's
3 times
crazy.
a month. So that's awesome. They're now my friends. They say you can't smoke weed in the truck, and luckily they've never been on the truck while I was smoking weed. But stuff like that, I don't mind, man. I'll pay a fine to entertain people. When's the last time you've been to a spot that you can talk shit to the chef, get a fire-ass plate, and then you got a blunt in his mouth smoking gas? And if you ain't got no shit on your lip, you look stupid. I'll share my blunt, but if you got something on your lip, I'm cool, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. We don't do that. Kansas City is nasty, by the way. You guys need to start strapping up. That young Generation Z getting clapped up on these streets. Y'all nasty.
You feel like your personality helps your business?
Yes or no?
Okay.
Yes
Okay,
or
so
no?
okay, let's touch on the yes first. Why do you think it helps?
Come on, man. People don't want no square cooking for them.
Okay.
If you're the CockyOcky, I'm not the humble Aki. They want some loud, abrasive dude that's fucking definitely doing something that a lot of people like. Like when I say a lot of people, man, my DoorDash rating is like a 95 percentile. It's like a crazy approval rating on comfort food, and my people, I could probably name on my hands how many times out of the thousands upon thousands of plates, I'm not exaggerating, I could probably name on my fingertips how many times people they didn't care for the food. I can't change somebody's palate,
Right.
but I do know that I'm catering to a lot of people, bro. A lot of people. And if anybody thinks that I'm worried about what anybody else is doing, bro, that's all for show. What you guys get right now is Mazen Jabbar. I'm not CockyOcky. I'm not Chef Za. I'm not Chef Aki. None of that. This is Mazen. Telling you guys, I swear on everything. I lead my life with the 5 F's, and I could relate the 5 F's to a relationship and to business. You got to feel with your partner. You got to feed your partner. You got to have fun with your partner. you got to fuck your partner, and you got to financially free your partner. If you do these 5 F's in your relationship or in any business that you do, you're going to be just fine. And if you don't, at least you have something accountable to hold you accountable. Like, why did me and Susie break up? Was I fucking her? Yeah. Was I tricking off on her if she needed help on her bills? Nope. I'm just being real with you.
No, for sure.
Was I having fun with her? Did we go out on dates? Nope. Fuck. That's 2 out of 5 that I fucked up on. It's an accountability. It's a checks and balances system, bro. I really do open doors for women.
For sure.
I do cook. I don't like to clean. If I cook, you're cleaning, bro. I'm old school. Yeah, so people sometimes don't like the abrasive language. You know what I'm saying?
No, I fuck with it. That's why I want to elaborate just real quick while we got the time on the business side, though, because I get the relationship side of the 5
Oh,
F's.
with the business? Same
What's
thing,
the
bro. I
business
got to
side?
feel with you, bro. So you're coming up to the food truck, and I know you're hungry.
Okay.
I got to immediately tap in with something that you might like. And if you're confused and you're reading and you're stuck between, oh, I want a Chili cheesesteak. Oh, I want wings. I need fries. Why not just give you a little buffet plate, which is what our special is. You can get a Chili cheesesteak, 3 wings, and a side of fries. You got a little buffet plate. You done solved your appetite. How many times have you been to a restaurant, bro, and you wanted a burger, but you also wanted 6 wings, but you don't want the whole order? I just want 2 or 3. Who wants to go in on some wings? No, now it's like cool, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta answer this one after the 3rd time, bro. This is gonna be hilarious.
No,
you know, Eddie, I'm glad that he didn't answer, but at least he knows that I answered. But regardless,
right.
Feel with your customer, feed your customer. When I tell you guys to take that first bite out of the tray, it's not for you necessarily. It's for me. It's for my satisfaction. I want to know if you were good. I want to know the reaction on you. I want to know if you'll tell me if it's salty, if it's whatever. Have fun with your customer. Talk shit to your customer. You know, tell them to bring out their phone. Tell them to take a video. Tell them to do whatever they want to do. Financially free your customer. If your customer $1 short on a plate, $2 short on a plate, yeah, I'll holler at you next time, but I'm going to probably see you tomorrow anyway. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, coming back.
So, yeah, you can relate the 5 F's to anything in life, whether it's relationship goals or even a business. Yeah, you got to feel with your business partner. You got to feed your business partner. Metaphorically, fuck your business partner. It means you got to do stuff that they want.
Oh, there you go.
Just being real with you.
No, for sure.
If they want the kitchen and the truck clean with not one dish being visible, all right, bro, I'll do this for my business partner.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, for sure. And you answered it, and that's what's up.
Good.
All right, man. So wrapping it up, bro. Man, this was awesome, bro. I'm glad to meet you because me personally, I've never had your food, and I'm excited to actually now, you know what I'm saying, give it a chance as far as, you know what I'm saying, getting to know you. And I think it's important for people to get to know you too, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of shit can get mixy with the internet. And,
yeah, bro. I'll summarize, bro, this interview that honestly you caught my attention because I saw it, not that you guys were starting up, but I saw that you're close to a 10K following. I saw that you're passionate at what you do. I seen some of the other interviews that you did. I wasn't going to come in here on a blind date. You got me fucked up. I did my research on y'all a little bit.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I was actually proud to be able to say, hey, I was on this podcast tonight, and if you want some real raw shit, go watch it. Was it as entertaining as I thought I'd make it be? Like, probably with some people, but I'm being honest to everybody. If you think that I'm abrasive, I'm sorry. If you think my bad language that I use on the truck, I'm sorry. If you hear me call somebody out of their name on the truck, I'm sorry. If you hear me talk shit to these once a month bleeding ass cash app scheming ass hoes, I'm sorry. If you hear me talk shit to backstabbing, no good, lame ass, mooching ass, creeping ass fools around here, I'm sorry. And if you're ever upset about a plate, man, the next plate's on me. Just let me make it up to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
That's it.
That's what's up.
That's it. I really don't have anything else.
It's sad people got to be sorry for being real, but I respect you, bro, man. I think this interview was awesome, bro.
Good, man. It was a pleasure.
Man,
it was a pleasure to be in your guys' home turf.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to get to know you. It was a pleasure to get to know some of the other brothers that I've met up here.
For sure.
I'm excited to see what you guys have in store in the future. You better come out and eat.
No, the thing is, this is gonna be a genuine. I want you to be there my first time eating there. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta lock in schedules and shit. But
no problem,
bro. This was dope, bro. I appreciate you. And we're gonna have you back again, bro. And we're gonna keep it running, bro.
Circle back, man. I got you, bro. Man. We gotta stay on the map for KC Mizzou.
Say that again. Appreciate that, bro.
100.
My dog. All right.